Good morning, students. Today I am going to tell you about elementary particles and its classification, and also about the interactions, how the elementary particle interacts. This I will also discuss. So first of all, I am just telling you about the classification of elementary particles. So first of all, you might be knowing that the nucleus consists of electrons, protons and neutrons, and there are other more, due to interactions there are other more exchange particles, as Yukawa in 1935 said, that predicted that the mesons are the result of the exchange of nucleons. So in this way there are so many other elementary particles which we cannot say those to be fundamental because they are not stable. So I am just showing you how the classification is made. First of all, the classification elementary particles are in two parts: bosons and fermions. Elementary particles are divided into two parts. First is bosons and another is fermions. Bosons, it is its spin are integral, it has the integral spins, and fermions have the half integral spins. So it means they are the multiple of half, and spins are the +1 2 like that. So bosons are divided into two parts. First is photons are bosons, and another is, bosons means they obey the Bose-Einstein theory, Bose-Einstein distribution law. And another distribution is pions, kaons and eta mesons. So pions, kaons and eta mesons all are mesons. In fermion side we see, fermions means having half integral spin. They are leptons and baryons. In leptons comes electrons, positrons and muons. Electrons are electron negative and electron positive. Similarly, positron are also positron and antipositron. Muons are also mu minus and mu plus. Another is baryons. Another comes under the group baryons. Among baryons comes proton, p plus p minus means proton and antiprotons. Neutron and antineutrons. Neutron bar is antineutrons. Then hyperons. Among hyperons comes lambda hyperons, sigma hyperons. Sigma hyperons also have three divisions: sigma plus, sigma minus and sigma 0. Sigma 0 means no charge, neutral. Sigma plus is positively charged, sigma minus is negatively charged. Then xi hyperons, and it is symbol like this, and after that omega hyperons. So in this way the elementary particles are classified, and these elementary particles obey, there are several conservation laws which they obey. They also fulfill the CPT theorem. CPT means charge conjugation, parity conservation and time reversal. So these three if they follow, then it is known as CPT. Now I am telling about the particle interactions. Particle interaction is important, as we have to know there are four types of particle interactions between the elementary particles. So under the elementary particles also comes, as we saw, the baryons. The baryons are neutron, proton and other hyperons. And electrons comes under the leptons. The particle interaction, the interactions among the elementary particles can be divided into four types. Number one is gravitational interaction. So gravitational interaction is the weak type of interaction. So as the elementary particles also have masses, so they must will have, suppose that neutrons are attracting each other, so there will be some gravitational attraction force between them. So what is that attraction force? What is that attraction force? F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square, where G is a universal gravitational constant. So in this case, suppose that the gravitational force between the two nucleons, for example neutrons, are separated by their diameter, because from center to center we have to take the distance. Suppose that they are very adjacent to each other, then there will be the distance between those two centers will be a diameter, and diameter is of the order of, that is 2r, that is of the order of 10 power minus 15. So we see F is equal to 6.7 into 10 power minus 11 into 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 का होल स्क्वायर divided by 10 power minus 15 का होल स्क्वायर. So then we see it is equal to approximately 2 into 10 to the power minus 34 Newton. It means this interaction has very little role in nuclear interactions. Gravitation can be explained in terms of gravitons whose mass will be 0 and the velocity that of the light. As the gravitational field is extremely weak, the gravitons cannot be detected in the laboratory. Now I am coming to the second type, and that is the electromagnetic interaction. As the ordinary chemical and biological effects are due to the electromagnetic interactions of charged particles, it is approximately 10 to the power 35 times greater than the gravitational force. Interaction between the charged particles consists of exchange of photons. The strength of the electromagnetic interaction is presented by the dimensionless fine structure constant, that is alpha, and alpha we know is equal to 1 by 37. It is also equal to E square by epsilon naught h cross C. E is the electronic charge, that is 1.6 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Epsilon naught is 8.85 10 power minus 12. H cross is your h by 2 pi. H is 6.6 10 power minus 34 Joule second. C is the velocity of light. It is due to the exchange of photons. Number C is the third one is the strong interaction. The strong nuclear interaction or the nuclear force is independent of the electric charge. Strong interactions in nucleus is in the form of NN and PP interactions. Strong force increases and falls very rapidly. Yukawa in 1935 predicted a huge quantum of energy plays an important role in the strong interaction, like photons in the electromagnetic interaction. The strong interaction is a short range force. Strong interaction is a short range because it is in the distance between the two particles are of the order of 10 power minus 15 meter, or we can say the radius or diameter of the nucleus, and are responsible for the total cross sections as a function of energy. The strong interactions between the elementary particles conserves the baryon number B, charge Q, hypercharge Y, parity pi, isospin T, and its component T3. Isospin and its component. These are just like SPDF in the electronic configuration. It is isospin and its component. So D is the weak interaction. Now the last one is the weak interaction. The decay of strange and non-strange particles are caused by the weak interactions. This is the last type. The decay of strange and non-strange particles are caused by the weak interactions. The dimensionless weak interactions coupling constant is represented by Gf square by h cross C whole square into m pi, means pi meson, mass of the pi meson, C by h cross to the power 4, and that is of the order of 5 into 10 to the power minus 16. Here Gf is the numerical constant and characteristic of Fermi's theory of beta decay, and its value is Gf is equal to 1.41 into 10 power minus 62 joule meter square. We know everything's Gf we knew. H cross is h by 2 pi, H is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joules second. C is the velocity of light. Mass of the pion is also of the order of approximately 200 times the electrons into C, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and H cross is again same. In weak interactions, strangeness is changed by the change in charge involved. In weak interactions, strangeness is changed by the change in charge involved. Suppose that two fermions are involved. Two fermions involved means half and half. So integral multiple of the charge will be changed. In this interaction, the parity is not conserved, but Cp and Cpt. Cpt is charge conjugation and parity. In the conservation, we see charge conjugation, parity, and time reversal. So here the parity is not conserved, but Cp and Cpt are conserved. Intermediate bosons are exchanged or released. So in this way, I discussed about the four types of particle interactions. The nuclear force. If you want, I can also discuss some more about the nuclear force. Nuclear force is a strange type of force which can also be called the intranuclear force. Although all types of material interactions can be described quantitatively in terms of gravitational force, electrostatic or electromagnetic force, but it is different major category of fundamental force. As you saw, it is the strong force, and it as you increase the distance, it falls very rapidly, and as the particles are come close by a very few distance, the force is manifold increased. So the nuclear force is this is the strong force. This is the strong force between neutrons and protons, or the nucleons. So thank you very much. Thank you.